YouTube? Welcome back to another review. Today's review is going to be on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection In Space Silver Ranger review. This is the deluxe packaging for the kind of set with the silver cycle. As you can see on the front, this is the windowless packaging, so you get a promo pic of the figure itself as well as promo pic of the character. Again, on the side you get the promo pic of the character, and on the side, similar to the standard Lightning Collection figures, you do get information on what he comes with, as well as the information about the figure itself. So you see the height of the character as well as another promo pic. So with that being said, let's get into it. And this is how the figure looks outside of the packaging. So as you can see, he comes with the various parts for the silver cycle, and he does come with some additional accessories. But before we get into that, let's just get into the figure itself. So right off the bat, I will say that it is a nice paint job in some aspects. I really like the gold. Again, similar to that Dino Thunder Black review that I did, the gold really looks nice. This one, you can definitely tell it is a nice gold sheen to it, especially here on the helmet. That looks really, really nice. And then on the helmet too, looks pretty nice. I was worried that this was going to be more of like a kind of a gray color, but I'm happy to say that in some parts it is reminiscent of silver. To be honest, it's more of like a pearl color, I would say. It's more closer to pearl, but it looks really nice. One thing that I don't like about this is I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't believe that the shoulder pads are correct. I believe they should be, if I'm not mistaken, they should be facing the opposite direction. I thought they were kind of cut at a corner, like this triangle should be cut like this. I'm not sure if that's completely accurate. That's just what I honestly remember. So that's a little bit strange to me, why it looks that way. But nonetheless, it does look nice. He's painted pretty nicely. And in terms of the articulation, I believe this is a newer body mold because we see the pinless joints. That's a very good indication that it is a newer body sculpt. He does get up and down, side to side. The arms they move up pretty nicely. He does get bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbow right there. And he actually does not get any kind of forearm swivel, but he does have a hinge. And this hinge is going to be a vertical hinge right here. So that's pretty nice. And then on the other side, you get the same deal. This hinge right here is also going to be a vertical hinge, so he gets two vertical hinges. That's pretty interesting. And then he does get a nice range of movement. This one, I will say that this butterfly joint is stuck compared to, let's check on the other side. This one works, I would say they're probably just about the same, truth be told. He does go back. That one works just fine, but for some reason, the butterfly joint going forward is a little bit stuck. So that's a little bit strange, but let's keep going. He does get a nice diaphragm cut with he should have a cut here, and that's not moving either. That's really strange. You hear the click moving, but he doesn't really get as much movement. I'm not sure if this is because of the newer body sculpt that this is happening. Unlike the Dino Thunder Black, that articulation on that body was just fine. This one is very stiff. And then he does have the drop down hips. These ones aren't as bad. They're a little bit loose. I've seen other reviews where people said that it was just horrible. This one, it's not so bad. I still don't like it though. But he does get a thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then you do get a boot swivel, and then you do get ankle articulation right there. All in all, it's not bad. I still don't like it, but all things considered, it's decent. And then for the accessories, he does come with his Super Silverizer in sword mode right here. Looks pretty nice. I wonder how getting this in is going to work. Looks like it might be a little bit of a challenge. And then you get the same thing, but in blaster mode, and you do see a hole for different accessories that you can port in. I don't have any at the moment on hand, but that was something that I was curious about too. And then for the hands, you do get a right fisted hand and a left karate chop hand. I thought it was interesting that it didn't give us matching sets, so to speak. Pretty strange decision on that end. And then in terms of the silver cycle, this is more of a gray. And if you can see the two standing side by side, you'll definitely notice a distinct color difference. So this is something, this is the color that I was worried that this was going to be. So pretty nice to see. And then you do get some painting on the inside in terms of, it's a sticker, which is still pretty cool though. And then it just kind of ports in. Oh, it was a little bit tricky to port in, but nothing too crazy. All right, and that's how the weapon looks with it on. I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of, I never am a fan of ones where you have to kind of port it through a little tiny socket. It just makes it a lot more difficult. And if I'm honest, I feel like it's not even really on there that tight. But nonetheless, if you guys are interested in this set, I was able to pick mine up at my local Target. It was actually on sale for about $22, $22, $23. I was eyeing it, but didn't want to pay the retail price. So luckily enough, I was able to catch it when it was on sale. And I think it's worth it. I would get it. Wait for some type of sale. If you're a big fan of silver or missed out on the original release, then I highly recommend it. This is a nice touch too. For me personally, I could do without it. Just like the Lucas deluxe set. Didn't really care for the Vector Cycle. It was cool though. But ultimately, my final verdict is on these ones. I would highly wait on getting a sale of some sort. One more thing that I did notice, YouTube, I forgot to switch out the unmasked head, but in doing so, this actually is on the newer style head, the neck joint. So it's interesting how limited the range of movement actually is. So that's really strange that it's so limited. Wanted to point that out. And then this is the Zane head sculpt, which is having a difficult time focusing in. Kind of looks like Justin Nemo. Looks more like a cartoon, like a cartoon version of the actor, but get it on. It did feel a little bit weird getting all attached, but looks really good. Looks just like the actor that plays Zane. Thank you guys once again, and take care. Peace.